The following podcast is rated D for dumb. You're listening to Dumbing It Down with Dave, the fastest podcast on earth. Listen to Dave commute to and from work on the New York State Thruway in his 2008 Kia Rio LX. He talks about pragmatism, truth, happiness, and the search for it all. Join Dave as he asks and tells you how life ought to be. And now, here's Dave.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Dumbcast. Welcome to Dumbing It Down with Dave. All right, fantastic. Great to hear that you're all excited to join me here on my commute into work on a Tuesday afternoon. It is 3:31 p.m. Eastern Time, and I'm on the New York State Thruway, and it is snowing. Did it stop? It might have stopped. Where I'm at, just north of Saugerties, New York, it might have just stopped. But we had a few inches. Took me about 10 minutes to clean my car. And it is Tuesday, January 31st, the last day of January. Goodbye, January. What a great year it's been so far. We have a change of power in our government, and a peaceful, that's what I'm going to say. I don't want to, everybody getting in an uproar. A peaceful exchange, the transfer of power, that went well. And, as well as, I don't know, maybe it didn't go well. Maybe I'm wrong. All right, let's restart the show. Boy, what a crazy couple of weeks it's been. It's been horrible. It's definitely been tumultuous. It's been a tumultuous year or two. I mean, the soup or the drink has been stirred. Absolutely. Everybody's in arms. Everybody's up in arms. Anyway, so January 31st, we are, when does the winter start? December 20-something? So we're a month in, a little bit over a month in of winter. But you know how it is. It's really December, January. People don't care about the official date of December. People usually go, yeah, December 1st, it's winter. Sometimes it's November 1st. It all depends. So, of course, some parts of the country get snow in October. So all we got to do is get through this February thaw. February thaw. T-H-A-W. February thaw. I'm doing that for those of you not from New York, because I know you love it. What is he saying? Is he saying Thor? No, not the god of the hammer or whatever that guy is. No, Thor. The Thor, melting, the February melt. Well, why doesn't he just say melt? Well, because it's actually called the February thaw. Anyway, so, but there's not much to melt in New York. I don't know about where you guys are. Maybe you're in Idaho and you're still under 3 feet of snow. I don't know. I really don't know. So anyway, but I hope you're all doing well. And I want to say real quickly, before I forget, that I want to thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for making episode 52, which I called My Sister Dena, my number one listened to Dumbcast out of all 54 shows. I think I posted it on the 17th. Does that sound about right? Sounds about right to me. 17 would be on a Tuesday. It doesn't matter. I think I posted on a Tuesday. It doesn't matter. So I posted somewhere about January 17th, and boy, that thing shot up real fast, skyrocketed, as they say. The ratings are soaring. Whatever, it's not ratings. It's just listens. So anyway, as I left this afternoon, it's up to 91 listens. Which is not great for most podcasts. Most podcasts, like 91. What happened? We got to call IT. We got to call the SEO people. What's going on with Google? There must be an outage somewhere in the world. Some guys are getting hundreds and thousands, of listens. But I'm in the infantile stage. I'm still being born. So, at episode 52, 91 episodes in the matter of really quick 2 weeks is great. So I want to thank you all for helping by listening and sharing. And I really wish 90 somewhat people, or maybe 80 people, maybe people listen to it twice. I really wish you guys had commented, or sent me an email or something, or went on my new Facebook group page. Tell me how did you hear it, through the app, through the desktop, a laptop. I don't know. I have an Apple app now. Dumbing It Down with Dave is on Android and Apple. But I went to iTunes, and you can't see my episodes on iTunes. You can only see the app. So I don't even know how to get my show on iTunes. I know my app is available on iTunes. but I don't know why you can't listen to my show on iTunes. Anyway, it's all free. So I really wish that people had commented, just said, hey, heard the show, whatever. So I know where you're from, because my Spreaker analytics don't give me anything more than likes. It gives me listens, and for some reason it gives me downloads. And if I download every episode to my phone, I guess that doesn't count as a download, because there's a lot less downloads than there should be, I think. Maybe that's desktop and laptop downloads. I don't even know what the criteria is. I'm going to have to ask Spreaker. What constitutes an actual download? But I really would like to know where these 91 listens came from. And mostly, I mean, of course, I got an ego. I'm dying to know, how did this happen? How did I reach 91 people with this show? And almost doubled the previous record, which was which was 34 episodes ago. 34 episodes prior to the My Sister Dena episode, number 52. Number 18 was F McFakebook. It was actually F #K. I don't want to say it. So it was F McFakebook. I actually thought it was the Orlando episode, but I think they're pretty much neck and neck with like 47, 48, 49 listens, something like that. So this one, My Sister Dena, number 52, is almost double. I don't know how it happened. Should I just call everything my sister? Should I just, every show be my sister? This is called My Sister Jeff. Jeff the Spark. My Sister Jeff. Next week will be My Sister Linda. Every show from here on in will start with my sister. Anyway, I should stop by a Catholic church and find 3 episodes from now will be My Sister Betrill, also known as the Flying Nun. My Sister Betrill. So, what was the name of the lady in The Sound of Music? Wasn't she sort of like a sister? Did she make it to sisterhood? Maybe she was just I don't know. She was just like a nun in training, a knit. Is that an actual thing? I don't know. I'm not from that world. Anyway, so yeah, I would love to know, because I would love to say, I'd like to type out 90 some odd thank yous. Thank you. I don't know how you got it. I don't know. It's amazing to me how you go from 49 listens to all of a sudden 91 listens, and it was in 2 weeks. The F McFakebook episode it's taken months to get to that number. I don't even know when the last time somebody listened to it. So my analytics are somewhat limited to my package that I pay for with Spreaker. I would have to get the next package, which is considerably more money per month, and it just gives you a lot of information, which I didn't need 20, 30 episodes. And now I guess I kind of need it, and I guess they're kind of counting on me needing it, so that's why they're sitting tight and waiting for me to elevate my enrollment, my subscription to the next highest monetary level. Anyway, I don't know when that's going to happen. I'm gonna keep on going and not worry about that so much, and just worry about the content. So let me give you some good content tonight. So anyway, thank you once again, one last time. Thank you for listening. Please continue to share that episode. I don't know who you are. I don't know where you are. I don't know why you are or what you are. But whatever all the answers to those questions are, understand that I appreciate it, and I say thank you. And please continuing doing whatever it is that you're doing, because it's great for me, of course. It's great for me. It's fantastic for me. For you, nothing changes. Maybe I'll give you another episode. Enjoy this one, number 55, My Sister Jeff, the Internal Spark. Sorry, Jeff. You want to be my buddy, right? You want to be right up there with me. So there you go. You're gonna have to take it. Take one for the team, buddy. I'm gonna have to find a picture of you and, like, I don't know, put a little wig on you or something, pretty you up a bit. You're a handsome guy. You shouldn't take hard. Anyway, so Jeff's gonna have fun with that one, and then I'll get Linda in there. It'll all be great. Mark, my sister Todd. Just gonna go on with My Sister episode. Maybe that's the podcast I should have done for the beginning. Just do podcasts all about my sister, and just make everybody my sister. Whatever. What is the attraction of that? That's what I like to know. But Dave, can't you just be happy with it? Just be happy with it and just shut up. Yeah, I am happy. I know. I can be equally miserable about something and just keep on pounding away at why something is so miserable. But, I need to forgive and forget. And in this particular case, I need to be gracious, right, and humble and just move on. All right, there we go. So thank you again. Thank you very much. Keep on doing what you're doing. All right, and then the other 2 episodes are still doing well. 53 and 54, my New York City Marathon walk, 26 miles, part 1 and part 2. So, those shows were different, absolutely different. They were not as emotional, not as heartfelt, because it just was a different topic. It was all about me walking. How exciting can you make me walking? Well, when you walk in New York, it's pretty exciting. I think I pretty much covered all the details in part 1 and part 2. I was a little concerned about being repetitive in part 2, which to a certain extent I could agree if you think it was a little bit repetitive part 2. But I think I left out a few things, and that's it. So that was great. I had a great day. It was a bit of fun, and I think the one thing that I mentioned, I went to Economy Candy. I think I did mention going to Economy Candy, a storefront called Economy Candy, and they had candies from your childhood, Bitter Honey, and all different Kit Kat bars and M&M flavors that you never seen before. You could buy them individual, you could buy them wholesale. It was just a small little storefront, but it was packed with candy. They need a bigger store. That store, but the rents in New York are so expensive, whatever. So if you ever go to the Lower East Side of Manhattan, stop by Economy Candy. All right, so there's that. Really, I'm doing great. I'm making progress. I'm on my way to that CODA thing I told you about in Vancouver. I can't wait to see the other CODAs, the children of deaf adults. That should be good. I'm going to meet some sisters out there. I'm going to make new sisters. So keep listening for my new sisters. All you people that love sister stuff, it's coming. I'm going to do a second show. This might be the last episode of Dumbing It Down with Dave. From now on, stay tuned for the new show, the rollout of the new show, My Sister. And then it'll be blank, My Sister Whoever. Got to go with what works, folks. Times are wasting. Yeah, so I'm on the hunt for different things. And, I've been on a publicist hunt. I've been on a social media manager hunt. I've spent the last couple of days, all day long sitting on the internet on my laptop and just like combing the internet for information about how to promote and grow your podcast. So it's pretty hard. There's a lot of moving pieces. But I figured the one thing I could do is just start the My Sister show. And that's it. I'm going to do that. All right. I wish I had a cousin I could talk about. Maybe give the My Cousin series a try. Just go through all the relatives and see which one really rocks. That's it. So I got my son Kyle. After the show's over, I got to text him, let him know that the roads are clear, because we thought the roads were going to be a lot messier. And I could talk about my son Kyle. If you are a parent, or if you're thinking about being a parent, you might want to hear this. It's really tough to raise a child these days. It's really tough because of that internet peer pressure. And I don't know how anybody's going to do it these days. When Kyle was much younger, my son Kyle, who's 19 and a half now, the internet wasn't as prevalent 19 years ago. I mean, of course it was prevalent, but not like now. Not like really like, he didn't have a phone back then when he was a baby. But I look back and I regret making any smartphone purchase. I really do. I regret yielding to this supposed pressure, because it was supposed. It shouldn't have mattered to me that my son's friends all had phones. It shouldn't have mattered to me about any of that. My wife was concerned because she's a woman. And here we go. Okay, here we go. My wife was concerned because she's a woman and she's a mommy. And then mommies talk to other mommies, and before you know it, oh, my Jakey has a phone. Oh, my Gaby has a phone. Oh, my Ben has everybody. Oh, you got to get a phone, Athena. You got to get a phone. You got to get a. Oh, yeah. What happens if there's a problem? Well, what about what we used to do? You'd call the school if you had the problem, and they would relay a message to your son via the principal, via whoever, and then the teacher, and the son, your child would sit there at the end of school and wait for you to come get him. Just wait. Just sit there and wait. Or you'd call a friend, and a friend would help you out. There was no reason to have a child with a phone so you could cut through the middleman and just get to your kid. That's absolutely bull. It's bull. It's baloney. We've put way too much importance on cell phones and the immediate contact that we need to have with our children. And if they have a problem, they need to go to their teacher, or they need to go to their dean, their grade advisor, their principal, assistant principal. You need to go to the security guard and say, hey, I need to get a message to my parents, to my mommy, to my daddy. I can't get on the bus. I don't feel good, or whatever it is. But I bought into it. No, did I buy into it? I don't know. I guess I got to take responsibility. I think I kind of got tricked. I got pressured. Boy, it's embarrassing to say. If I got pressured by society to conform to cell phone norms. Is that what it's called? Cell phone norms? But I tell you what, if I could blink, and fold my arms like Genie from I Dream of Genie and go back in time, I would stand my ground and say, nope, we're out of this Radio Shack. Nope, we're out of this Best Buy. Nope, flip phones at best, and not for my kid. He doesn't need it. And he doesn't need the computer. What I needed to do is be home. That's what you need to do, is be home for your kid. Be home. Don't bring your work home. You don't need a second job. Just be home. Be home, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Check in on him or her. Help him out, do the homework. Or take him outside. Don't tell him to go outside and play, because these kids don't know how to do that anymore. There is no cowboys and Indians. There is none of this anymore. So you need to just take them out. You need to be a kid again. That was my generation. That was me 19 years ago, 15 years ago. That's what I should have done. I should have taken my kid out. I shouldn't have worked a second job every Wednesday and Sunday, working 30, 40, 60 days in a row at 2 different jobs. But I needed the money. At least I thought I did. But now I feel like I'm paying for it. And I'm paying for it in my own life with my own job, which I've been referring to as withdrawing from your life fund. Let's say you have an account, a bank account, and in that bank account is your life. The rest of your life. Let's say, well, you don't know your expiration date, but you think you got about 20 years of life. Let's just say I'm 53, I'll be 54 in August. Let's say I have 20 years of life left. Boy, that would be sad, huh? 73, 74, whatever. Okay, we'll just say 20 years. Every day that I work, like today, when I work overtime, I'm withdrawing from my life fund and I'm putting it in my money fund. How much of my life fund is worth it? What's the transfer rate from life fund to money fund? If I knew my expiration date, what would be worth it to me? Well, Dave, if you work this hard, you'll make this money, you'll live this long. But if you work this hard, an extra day or two a week or extra days a month, like I've been doing, you're going to make so much more money. But you're going to have to withdraw a lot more from your life fund. So you'll lose a couple years. How much money is worth how many years? That's the question. What's the exchange rate for life and money? That's the it in this episode and Dumbing It Down with Dave. I don't have an answer. I'm curious what you think at dumbingitdownwithdave@yahoo.com or at Twitter at dumbwithdave. I don't know how to find me on Tumblr. I think I'm kind of on Tumblr. I might be on SoundCloud. I don't know where I'm at on iTunes. You're probably just better off commenting on the app. And it doesn't matter if you listen to my Android app or the Spreaker app. I don't know. I got to find out. What did I pay for? That was another thing I succumbed to. Well, not that I had pressure from the outside, but I was like, wait a minute. Should I have an app? Oh, I'm supposed to have an app? Okay, well, here's my money. Give me my app. Oh, you got to buy one, get one? Okay, I'll take 2 apps. One Android, one iOS. Okay, I don't know what changes now. I have no idea how this works. But I'm doing it, so I did it. So, what is it worth? What's the exchange rate, guys? I'm asking you. What do you think? How much less of life are you willing to live for how much money? Or, do you agree in principle that's how it works? That the less you work, the longer you'll probably live. Now, by the way, assuming all things are equal, just because you don't work doesn't mean you'll have to sit on the couch and drink beer and do some crystal meth and overdose on potato chips. Notice I put the overdose on the potato chips, not on the crystal meth. That's where my head is at. Oh, you'll make it through the crystal meth. It's the potato chips that'll kill you. What's it worth? I've done a lot of overtime this year. I made a considerable amount more money in 1996, in 2016 than I did in 2015, and 14, and 13, and 12. But I worked a lot of overtime. I took the summer off last year, and I'm going to take the summer off again this year. But what's it worth to you? I'm definitely not doing myself any favors. I don't think that every day I work overtime that I'm adding to my life. Do you think that's possible? I don't think that's possible. I don't think right now my life is getting any better physically. I should be out there walking. I should be at the gym. I should be at Planet Fitness. I shouldn't be working so hard on this dumbcast. What's it to me? That's another thing I'm doing. What's it to me? All this dumbcast work. That I have some sort of fantasy that as I transition into life, as my buddy Lee and I have discussed, not to transition into retirement anymore, but to transition into life. That somehow I'm going to be busy with at least one dumbcast. I have 2 others in the works, at least 2 others. There's going to be expansion and growth in the Dumbing It Down with Dave world. I don't know what it's worth. I really don't. As I sit here and I talk to you, I'm not really sure what it's worth. So if you have any suggestions, I'd love to hear it. Leave a suggestion in the comments, in the comments section, wherever you're listening to the show. Oh, let's do a mileage report. And then we'll take a breath break. Okay, how's my nose? Okay, yeah. Oh, God. No, wait a minute. All right, there's something you don't hear on podcasts very often. A grown man clearing his throat like an old Jewish man. I got phlegm in my throat. Okay. Oh, I got tea, too. I'm going to have a tea break. All right, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do the mileage report, which we normally do at the top of the show. Almost forgot that. And then we'll do a breath break, and then we'll have a tea break. All right, a couple minutes of that, and then we'll finish up the show. Be a nice one today. I'm enjoying it. You having a good time? Me too. All right. Mileage report brought to you by ComedyPipe.com. ComedyPipe.com, the guys that bring you Pipe Dream Live. Pipe Dream Live, wherever you are in the world. If it's Wednesday at 8 o'clock in New York State, then more specifically, Schenectady, New York. Schenectady. Wow. You know, S-Town. Schenectady, New York. Wherever you are in the world, if it's Wednesday at 8 o'clock, it's time for Pipe Dream Live with your host, Mike, also known as 3D, and his co-hosts. So, whose names I'm no longer going to mention in protest. Everybody's protesting. I'm protesting too. Because they don't listen to my show. And why should I mention their names? They're not even in it for the fame. I don't know why they're in this podcast with Pipe Dream. Because it's fun for them. So that's it. They're just going to have fun. So, that's it. Mike and his 2 co-hosts. Pipe Dream Live every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. There you go. Stirring the pot a little bit. All right. Ready for a breath break? Oh, no. What's the mileage report? It is 226,590. Wow. Ba, ba, ba. Remember I said I didn't have any music? Now I have music. Bum, bum, ba. 226,591. Not bad for a 2008 Kia Rio LX. Thank you, Kia. Thank you, Kia. Kia, thank you. Love you, my little Kia buddies. Where are you, my Kia buddies? Hook me up. All right. 226,591. All right, let's take a breath break. All right, let's take 3 good ones. A little breath break brought to you by Fresh Air. Wherever in the world that you are, if there's any fresh air, well, enjoy it while you can. Who knows what's going to happen in the near future or the far future. All right, ready? Here we go. Three good ones. First one. Nice and deep through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Here we go. Oh, that feels good. Tasty. All right, second one. Nice and deep. Here we go. You feel your lungs expanding? I do. Feels great. All right, last one. This is for all the marbles. There you go. One big long one. Ready? Here we go. Nice and deep, all the way to the end, and then some. Ready? Go. All right. Little breath break brought to you by Fresh Air. Wherever you are in the world, if you're near some fresh air, go out and grab some. Grab some. Get out of the house. Go outside and listen to this. Go download an Android app. Dumbing It Down with Dave, Android or iOS app. Go outside and listen to the show. You should walk and do this. Get off the treadmill. Go outside. If you're at Planet Fitness, just hit the button. Stop. Go outside. Just go outside. Come back in 5 minutes. Just go outside and just go, yeah, man, I'm outside. I'm outside, man. I can live and breathe outside. All right, tea break. What kind of tea am I having? Oh, Smooth Move. You know what that is? Well, if you don't, then you don't need to know. If you do know, then you know. Smooth Move tea. It's sweetened with honey, though. All right, delicious. Even better with that honey. I'm using honey instead of sugar. I heard somewhere that the pure sugar is better. All right, so there you go. I just talked about my sister Kyle. It's actually my son Kyle, but I'm I'm so afraid to. I want to go. I just want to do everything my sister. I want 100 listeners. I want 110. Now that I got a taste of this, I mean almost more than double than my biggest episode. Hard to believe. All right, you know what? That's it. Really, that's it. What else do you want me to do? Nothing. I'm out of things to talk about. Everything's good. How you doing? Hey guys, you've been checking out the Internal Spark? You've been checking out the Internal Monarch? Jeff, the Spark. S-P-A-R, and I think like 3 X's. The Spark. Check him out. He's got something to say. My brother from another mother. And Linda. And Dawson Green. I usually just mention Linda. She got that awesome Insanity Surfers. And the space case and all these crazy things that she talks about, and the skits that they do. It's like old time radio. You sit around and it's just crazy people out there in Idaho just coming up with craziness. It's fun. What kind of fun is it? It's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's different. I tell you that. You ain't gonna hear awesome Insanity Surfers anywhere else in the world. There's probably a Dumbing It Down with Dave comparable out there. There's probably an Internal Monarch. The Spark, taking over the globe. That's the name of the show. That's out there somewhere. A lot of people have duplicates. Doppelgangers, is that what you call it? But I gotta tell you, awesome Insanity Surfers? No. I think they're original. I don't think anybody else is doing what they do. No, definitely not with those characters and not with those topics. So check them out. They're on Twitter too. Oh, and I'd like to say hello to and thank you to Tamara. Tamara from the Shelf Addiction. She's that woman that does that show about books and authors, and she reads like a book every hour. She's a crazy person. The smartest one out of the bunch, and she's insane because she does all this reading. If she doesn't have a book in her hand, she's got it on audio file or something. I don't know how she does it. I love to watch her do it, though. I just like to follow her one day. Don't worry, Tamara. I'm not moving to where you are. I'm not going to stalk you. Although when you come into the city, I understand you're going on vacation. I wouldn't mind getting together. We're going to do a little coffee, do a little lunch, meet the family, whatever. Maybe I'll be able to do a mobile podcast. We could do a little mobile me and you show if you come to the city. I'll take in $1 pizza because I'm a big spender, and we'll do a show. But Tamara said some nice things to me about my Sister Dena show, and she does a great show about books. Crazy with the books, reading. With all the reading and the words and the stories. I think my problem with books are book reports. I think I still have a fear. At the end of the day, I got to do a book report. But anyway, Tamara has a good show. Shelf Addiction. Check her out. Shelf. SHELF. Addiction. And then she does Pop Culture Sunday with her co-host, whose name I think is Lisa. All right, folks, that's it. I think I thanked everybody I could thank. If I didn't, I'm sorry. Oh, there's Gail Noble. She does a great music show, too. I like Gail Noble. Hi, Gail. Thanks for listening. All right, everybody. You've been great. It's great to see you. Great to talk to you. Goodbye. Good day. Good night. Good luck. Good riddance, Godspeed, and great skills. Take care. Don't forget to check me out at dumbingitdownwithdave.com.